Cold Open. This episode presents the document titled Documents on Israeli-Soviet Relations, 1941-1953 Part 1, a joint publication of the Israeli Ministry of Foreign Affairs and the Russian Federation Ministry of Foreign Affairs. The material was uploaded to the Black Vault archive on the date of its digital release and is notable for containing the forewords by the foreign ministers of both states, offering a rare bilateral perspective on a historically sensitive diplomatic period. Provenance. The text was made publicly available through the Black Vault. Reference: https archive.org. Download. Documents on Israeli-Soviet Relations, 1941-1953, Party Ben-Sur. Eitan Russian ACAC documents percent 20 on percent 20 Israeli-Soviet percent 20 relations percent 21 4 to 1 1953 percent 20 part percent 20 I percent 20 Ben-Sur percent 20 Eitan percent 20 Russian percent 20 Academy percent 20 percent 20 Sciences percent 20 Russia lardgvu.ext. The upload includes the original PDF and a plain text transcription. No FOIA case number is attached. The Declassification Authority is the joint editorial board of the Cummings Center for Russian Studies and the Russian Academy of Sciences, which authorized public release under the terms of the archive's open access policy. The document. The title page reads, Documents on Israeli-Soviet Relations, 1941-1953, Part 1, 1941, May 1949. Israeli Ministry of Foreign Affairs. Ministry of Foreign Affairs of the Russian Federation, Russian Federal Archives, Institute of Oriental Studies, Russian Academy of Sciences. Editorial Board, chaired by Eitan Ben-Sur, Eviatar Friesel, Gabriel Gorodetsky, and Boris L. Kolokolov, with academic editors Yakov Rowe, Yehoshua Freundlich, Dov Yaroshevsky, Alexander V. Saltanov, Pavel V. Stegny, Mikhail L. Bogdanov, Sergei V. Mironenko, and Vitaly V. Naumkin. Translations from Hebrew by Ralph Mandel and Joseph Elron. Translations from Russian by Richard Kindersley. Published first in 2000 by Frank Cass Publishers, reissued in 2019 by Routledge, an imprint of the Taylor and Francis Group. Foreword by the Foreign Minister of the State of Israel. The official publication of documents on Israeli-Soviet relations is indeed an extraordinary event. Governments rarely embark on joint publications, usually preferring to present their own case through unilateral selections of documents. The decision taken by both our governments to prepare such a collection shortly after the resumption of relations in 1991 was an important confidence-building measure aimed at overcoming almost 25 years of mutual suspicion and antagonism. This publication offers an insight into Israeli-Soviet relations at their formative stage. It dispels much of the mystery surrounding the steadfast Soviet support of the creation of the State of Israel in 1947-48, as well as the ensuing drift away from this position. The documents, as well as providing fascinating reading, supply clear historical lessons for future reference. Throughout most of the period under investigation, the two countries were at loggerheads. This had little to do with the genuine interests of either Israel or the Soviet Union. The conflicts often arose in the context of the Cold War, when the Middle East turned into a battlefield of the major powers. Thus, from the outset, Israel exercised limited control over its relations with the Soviet Union. The interest displayed by the Soviet Union in Israel and the Arab countries was primarily a reflection of its relations with the United States. The end of the Cold War, however, removed the obstacles that had hampered relations and kindled animosity. The resumption of relations coincided with the advance of the peace process, in which Russia now assumes an important positive role as co-sponsor together with the Americans. The Russian government is able to harness its traditionally strong standing with our Arab neighbors to help bring about reconciliation. Russian Jewry is no longer a bone of contention between the two countries. On the contrary, The almost 1 million new immigrants from Russia act as a bridge in fostering economic, scientific, and cultural ties between our two countries. The major themes in the Soviet-Israeli discourse as they emerge from the collection are as relevant to us today as they were then. From the Russian point of view, contending with the past has led to a growing awareness of Israel as a powerful, technologically advanced, and economically developed entity in the Middle East, deserving of a secure and peaceful existence. At the same time, Israel has come to recognize that Russia, by virtue of its status as